What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys the way that you can drop a 20 bomb in arena in chapter 2 season 3, maybe 4, in the future. It's pretty close. Now I'll be covering like how to recover from your mistakes, the best ways to rotate to maximize your kills, and things like that. So let's get into it. Now, obviously, as you can see, I do not have the best aim here. I just got back from vacation and, whatnot. But there's still players. I still have to do good if I want to get those kills. Now, the way you can recover for, your terrible aim like me is, of course, your building, where you build, and, how you engage in fights. If you can just beam them first, your chances of winning that fight are a lot higher. Or even looking for like a snipe or a cheeky peek, like I just hit him for 120, while he's jumping, and you can just spray with your SMG. I feel like a lot of people don't utilize their SMG unless they're controller players, and I find that like kind of interesting because SMG, can save your life in so many cases if you work on your tracking with it, and it honestly is a really good weapon that I recommend using if you want to drop a 20 bomb. Charge and an SMG or purple tack or gold tack. Now, honestly, it really doesn't matter what guns you use, but I always recommend if you're going for like a 20 in these, if you don't have if you don't land on a mythic POI, you're gonna want to rotate almost immediately. But until then, I recommend carrying a sniper if you're good with them to look for cheeky just tags and headshots. Recommend carrying one of those until you get like the grappler or caddy loot. Now you'll see here I get into another fight pretty quickly, and the difference here is if you can end it fast enough, because your goal of dropping a 20 if you do not land at a mythic POI is to rotate there ASAP. So pretty much after I take this fight, my goal is just to rotate. Because if you can rotate and get that loot before others, that mobility you're going to have is so much greater than everybody else's. You can just go and clear out. Now here is where the hunting rifle comes in play. You got the loot shark distracting him, and I just get a one tap. Snipers probably should not be in competitive, but they are right now, so take advantage of them. And people are also going to be rotating authority, to try to maximize their kills, get that grappler and drum gun, because they're just so good. And that's going to help you get more kills. Now, your mindset just needs to be better than theirs. Just think of it like that. If you think, hey, I can recover and win this fight, hey, I can absolutely dominate this kid, then you'll win those fights. You just need to have the mindset and somewhat mechanics. See, I'm down here. All you really need to do is recover. Now, what I've learned since this game, which was a few weeks ago, I probably should have built out and healed instead of going for this again. And of course, my mechanics, are pretty slow after this, but I decided to crash pad right into his box. Now, guys, take advantage of your crash pads, and also utilize every shot, which I did not do. I just waited and hoped to, just line up that headshot. Now, this other guy's jumping in. What you're going to want to do, you got crash pads, you can disengage, or even in this case, disengage with him, You get some free shots in the air, boom, quick dead. Now, what I like to do, like, you want to just take advantage of the other people. They're going to think you're low. They're going to want to clean up. Now, unless you're raw health, you're probably going to want to disengage, or you're going to want to disengage if you're raw health. But if you still have shield after those fights, those people are going to be coming in ready to clean up. You can just build right over them. Since they're most likely going to try hopping in your box, you just want to build over them. Just, boom, quick dead. Now, right here, it's probably pretty stupid for me to even try popping a shield right there, but I make as many boxes as possible to get as many angles, because my overall goal was either to get an angle and shoot or disengage. And disengaging really is super powerful, y'all. If you can even disengage, place a launch pad, get up on height, and beam them as coming up, that's free tags. They're either going to disengage as well, and you can, get out of that fight, or you can just heal and go right back in. And y'all, you're going to want to make sure, you're not carrying stupid stuff that you would in pubs. You're going to want to make sure you want to carry heals and whatnot. So don't forget that. Because heals save you, like, no matter what, you might think. Like, you're also going to want to hype yourself up after every kill. that is a big factor. You can see I was hyping myself up, down, like, dang, you should not have done that, dude. If you just, your self-esteem will be off the walls. I mean, it's kind of weird how much it helps. Now, this is not in this fight, but one other thing you're going to want to make sure of is that you don't get tunnel vision. Now, tunnel vision, I used to struggle very badly with it. Coming here after these two fights, it gets, where tunnel vision could be a big deal. If you're trying to just hop into people's boxes and whatnot, not like tunnel vision, pretty much tunnel vision, guys, is where you're not aware of your surroundings. So you're pretty much just focused on this one person, you're leaving all your sides covered. You can just get beamed pretty much. Now, right here, I had, a little bit of tunnel vision. Wasn't that bad. I probably should have surrounded myself before I got in. But overall, not too bad. Now, this is where, after this kill, this is where it starts coming into play. You got to be careful. The zones are getting smaller. The players, there's as many players as this zone or whatever. And you just got to make sure you're covering your surroundings. It is crazy how quickly your game can be over by getting sniped or getting beamed. You don't want either of those to happen to you. So make sure you use your mats. You surround yourself. You don't get beamed. Unless, every other player, you just be aware of your surroundings. Sometimes you don't even need to build around you, even though it's probably recommended. You just need to make sure no one's looking at you. Because if people are looking at you, you're quick dead. Now, to maximize your kills endgame, hopefully you have some sort of mythic, or else it's going to be a little bit more difficult, or you have a crash pad. Now, these will allow you to just go box to box, just jumping and just maximizing your kills. Like, see here? I'm not too afraid, it's an arena, so you shouldn't be too afraid, waste your caddy launcher or whatever. And as you can see, my aim is pretty horrendous here, but that's not what matters. If you can even hit their toes with the charged shotgun charge, it deals at least 60, 70, 80 damage. If you have the mythic gun, it hits 100. It's OP. Now, back a few weeks ago, I was a pretty, stupid player, and I could still drop a 20 bomb. I didn't, I had tunnel vision, which, ultimately would have hurt me most times. And I didn't even know how to get into people's boxes, really, with the caddy launcher. How to, go, 3 tiles away and get in. And that honestly probably could have costed me my 20 bomb. But overall, the things of Fortnite, it doesn't change too much. Being able to get kills, it never really changes. It's just practice. And as you can see here, I'm also not a zero ping player, so I don't go taking walls. You either jump in their boxes, or you just look for a nice angle. Because I understand that most people are like me and aren't on zero ping. So this works for any of y'all. Look for angles. If you can find cheeky shots where they can't hit you, then it's perfect. If you can do the clicks classic where you just peanut butter pick without them hitting you, that's perfect. Whatever it takes. But the main goal is you have to, to just be able to outsmart your opponent. If you can do what your other opponent can't, you win these. If you think their mentality is bad, if they're playing weak, if they are missing their shots, if they are, doing wag angles, you can kill them. You can focus them. You got this. You just need to have the right mindset overall. That's all I'm saying. If you have a bad mindset, guarantee you it will be a lot harder to drop a 20 bomb than when you do. Now, right here, endgame, you're going to want to have to utilize your loot. You don't want to pick up snipers endgame. Unless you're in, an actual, tournament. But if you're teaming, you're going to want to drop that endgame. You're going to want to take that, 2 heals, the mythics, and shotgun, AR, drum gun, whatever it takes. If you're just trying to, maximize your kills endgame, hop in the boxes, and chase people down. Now, I'm going to just show you guys the rest, and what I did endgame. I've pretty much covered what I've done throughout the game. So sit back and enjoy the rest of the game.
Steering, and I forget the
Chat, let's go. Little 20 bomb that's gone on YouTube. Let's go, chat! 20 bomb, baby! Let's go!